ex-psychiatric nurse.
I can't hear you very well.
As an ex-psychiatric nurse and also a patient with you,
Right.
I can't agree with you about the food. I thought it
You
was
can't?
excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Well, you must have paid extra money then.
No, I didn't pay.
The budget is £1. The budget is £1 per person in the canteen.
I think I was in
Maybe they've had a few complaints and changed it, but that was around 2007. So maybe, hopefully, things have changed.
Anyone else?
Your radio show, how do you find people to interview?
How?
How do you find
I
people?
decide. I don't have any problem finding people. I just find them. Social networking, you might say, or I decide. I happen to meet usually musicians or writers, particularly writers, and I invite them. Rarely people say no.
Phil?
If you had just one key thing that shifted things for you, what would it be?
Sorry, one key
If
thing?
yeah, just one key thing that shifted things for you, what would it be? One sort of
Should do things?
shifted things.
Oh, that
for you.
shifted. Actually moving. Moving from a buy-to-let flat with grey walls to a place with light, sunshine, greenery. I could see greenery outside, and listening to music, but definitely moving, because if you're stuck, you're depressed and you're stuck, you should move. Move out of that situation, and definitely move away from negativity. Yes. And visually, you need to be with meaningful, could be a poster, could be a print, and colours. I mean, living with grey, is pretty dismal.
Yes.
Alan?
Yeah. In the time leading up to your breakdown, did you never see signs or hints that something was wrong?
No, it was a total shock. My husband was smoking marijuana, and he was imbibing a lot, and he was very sexually frustrated. We had a terrible sex life, but he insisted on a fidelity bond, and then when he left, he for 2 years he was going with Chinese prostitutes.
But
yeah.
did you never ask yourself why he would be smoking marijuana? What was he finding in marijuana?
When he came to Brighton from London, he found Brighton so liberal, and he was he was about 67, I can't remember now. But he was 69 when he freaked out, and I think looking back, he wanted to experience everything before he died. But he didn't know then he had leukemia. That came later.
But
Yeah.
it's not something you've ever sought in your. I mean, obviously you travelled quite a lot long before that. I mean, did you never experience come into contact with marijuana at all in your life?
Me?
Yes.
In San Francisco, yes, it didn't agree with me. I'm a non-smoker anyway. And
Right.
I found that alcohol, I became allergic to alcohol. It affected my intestines, and so I completely stopped drinking alcohol. But, so it wasn't for moral reasons or anything, it just didn't agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely turned, he went weird and became, almost schizophrenic. And I can only put it down to the alcohol and the marijuana.
Mm.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
So you said you now haven't got a husband to criticise you.
that's right, and I don't want one either.
So can you ever envisage any kind of relationship with a man where the man isn't criticising?
Well, I have a long distance relationship. I've had it for 15 years, and he's certainly not criticising me. No, I don't want to be in any relationship where anyone's criticising. Well, constructive criticism possibly, but definitely not negative criticism. I mean, my husband didn't like the way I looked, he didn't like the way I dressed, he couldn't stand the way I dressed. But I didn't dress for him, I dressed for me.
I agree with you about the room thing, but one of the problems I had was when you've got children, you can't up sticks and
Well, I didn't have children.
so I just wonder how people...
I didn't have children.
No, no.
I mean, everyone's situation is different.
But that's tricky though, isn't it?
Yeah, children is a problem, yeah.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Yes.
Jilliana, have you written poems?
Sorry?
Have you written poems? Are you publishing poems?
Have you written poems?
I guess I've written lots of poems.
And did you keep a journal while this was
No, I
happening?
don't do journaling, no. I write very spontaneously. I've got, every time I remember something, I actually have a huge list. So when I usually don't write in Brighton. I don't have the time, or there's distractions. So I usually write on aeroplanes or on trains, even going up to London. I'm not going to waste an hour, so I'll go to my list and start writing on my iPad and edit later, but and then eventually it will go up on my website, which is www.jilliana.com, if anyone's interested in my stories. But I don't blog or anything like that. Yeah, thank you.
You mentioned the clothes on your back.
Sorry?
You mentioned the clothes on your back.
Yes.
I'd like to compliment you. I just think you look amazing. I walked into the room and I saw you and I
Well, that's
thought,
very kind of you, thank you.
Yeah.
I have to have colour in my life.
well, you bring it to everybody. It's wonderful. Lovely. Thank you.
I used to wear a lot of black, but I'd always have what I call statement jewellery, but it would still be black or grey or a combo. But I do think before I go out what I'm going to wear. I've got a lot of choice. And I think it's really important to dress for yourself, not to dress for other people, but for yourself. And actually I'm part of a movement which is called Advanced Style. You've got to be over 60 or 70 to be part of it, but it is quite global. People, well, some people dress up. I just wear my normal clothes. Some people think that's dressing up, but you know, it's fun. You know, life should be fun.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll go on to the next one now. We may have time to come back at the end. Thank you very much.
If anyone afterwards wants to ask me anything privately, feel free.